Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank the ranking member, and I'm delighted to have all of you witnesses here today. And there's a wonderful book that's out. It's called Strength to Strength. If you ever have the opportunity, as somebody that enjoys history and studies history, vice chair of the, or co-chair of the Humanities Caucus, one of the interesting points is the two professions that actually reach their zenith after the normal between, 40-year limit is actually historians and college professors. So I take great pride in that fact as a novel historist myself. Just a couple things. First off, welcome to Jenkins Hill, which was originally Carroll Hill because it was owned by the Carroll, and then we later changed it, L'Enfant, to what is now Capitol Hill. But just a few things that I was looking through the testimony, and unfortunately we had to miss part of this because we're in the Ways and Means Committee. I do want to touch on just a couple things, and then I'm going to ask some questions to you, Doctor, regarding some of your statements. According to the Domestic Policy Council's report, in June 2024 presentation to undergraduate and graduate history students, you explained that the museum removed the phrase, quote, end of quote, American history from the mission statement in order to help people, and quote, and then end of quote, to get out of the American first mentality, end of quote, adding it's a big challenge, especially going into 2026, which will be the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. Now, we'll touch on that in just a minute. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the goal of the museum, the American history was opened obviously in 1964, but the goal of the museum was to showcase Americans' heritage of freedom, install faith in our country's destiny, illuminate our heritage, and promise an inspiring story for the nation. I'm going to read just a few quotes and paraphrase some of them. One that is often, because I do believe that we have a rush to an Orwellian justification of the history today, but one of the often misquoted but often related to, the most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. This is a direct quote, of course, from Orwell. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book has been rewritten. Every picture has been repainted. Every statue, street, building has been renamed. Every date has been altered. And that process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except the endless present in which the party is always right. And also in 1984, quoting Orwell, and I quote, the past was erased, and ensure was forgotten, and the lie became the truth. Also, Orwell, in his writings Facing the Unpleasant Facts, wrote, and I quote, however much you deny the truth does go on in existing. So in your statement, I just want you to maybe in 2 words, because I'm running out of time, what did you mean by America first? Okay, I'm going to just go ahead.
No,
you don't
I'm
want to
sorry.
answer, but I'm going to give you 5 seconds.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to answer.
What time period?
I'm happy to answer. I would argue that the American History Museum...
Okay, you didn't answer my question, so I'm going to reclaim my time. Reclaiming my time, Mr.
Orwell.
Chairman. I am reclaiming my time because you don't want to answer the question. I just want to know, are you referring to the American first time period as related to the early 1900s when it was actually a very liberal movement, or are you talking about when Warren McKinley used it as his mantra? Are we talking about Ronald Reagan, or are we just focusing on the now? What time period are you looking at in the American first that you're trying to make sure is not part of the 250th anniversary?
I believe I was saying to open the aperture of inquiry, to examine the richness.
Well, that's not what you said. No. You said, this is what you said. Get out of the American first mentality. What is the American first mentality? Enlighten me.
So the revolution was a global one, and I think the more we add nuance...
So wait a minute, to that point, you said it's global. Now, let's focus on that, because it was Jefferson who actually wrote in his inauguration, he said in his first inaugural address that the United States was the world's best hope. The world's, you're correct. It is the world's best hope. Lincoln, who then liked to paraphrase Jefferson, as you would know, in the Declaration, giving liberty not alone to the people of this country, but to the world for all future time. So let me go back to my original questions. Why do you think that American history should be erased from the mission statement of the National American History Museum?
American.
In 3 seconds. I'm over. Well, with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.